Okay, these are three practice SAT questions that I'm going to go through. For the first one, if x, y, and z are positive numbers and 2x equals 3y equals 4z, then the value of x plus y plus z is how many times the value of x? So they're essentially asking us to compare x plus y plus z with x. How do these two compare? In order to make a comparison, you need all the variables to be the same. So I have an x here, there's an x here, but we have a y and a z. That's going to keep us from being able to compare their values. But using 2x equals 3y and 2x equals 4z, then we can substitute out these variables. So we have 2x equals 3y, and we want to solve for y so that this value can be substituted there. And we also know that 2x equals 4z, so we're going to solve for z. And we have 1/2 x equals z, and this can be substituted here. So that'll give us x plus 2/3 x plus 1/2 x equals, not equals x, but that's going to be what we're going to compare with just the value of x. Now, in order to simplify these, we need to have a common denominator because we've got fractions here. So the common denominator here would be 6. So that would be, if I'm going to scale this up to a denominator of 6, 1x is the same thing as 6 over 6x. 2/3 x would be 4/6x. And 1/2 x would be 3/6x. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 over 6x. And we were comparing that with x. So this value, 13 over 6x, that's equivalent to x plus y plus z. So x plus y plus z is 13/6 times the value of just x on its own. Now let's check out the next one. Here we have x cannot be equal to 0. They're just telling you that because we have a 5x in the denominator, and if the denominator is 0, then you can't calculate it, it's undefined. So that's just kind of side information. Here we have 5y equals x square root 5. And I can solve that for y, again, similar to the first question, so that I can remove the y in this expression. So we'll divide by 5. So y equals x square root 5 over 5. So here where you see a y, we're going to replace it with x square root 5 over 5. And that y is being multiplied by square root 5 over 5x. The square root of 5 times the square root of 5 is the square root of 25. And then here we have 5 times 5 is 25x. And the square root of 25 is 5. So this simplifies to 5x. Okay. X divided by x is 1. And then 5 divided by 25 is 1/5. Okay. For our last one, we have if k is a constant such that x minus 2 and x plus 2 are factors of the polynomial 100x squared plus k, what is the value of k? So we have x minus 2 and x plus 2. If they're factored, factors over in like this, that's how they're shown. If you multiply these out, x times x is x squared, x times 2 is 2x, x times negative 2 is negative 2x, and negative 2 times 2 is negative 4. This simplifies to x squared minus 4. So I'm going to use that and compare it to 100x squared plus k. So what does k have to be so that this will also factor to x squared plus 4? And then you'll see if you practice with factors and you're familiar with those, you should hopefully notice that if k is a negative 400, and then I factor out a 100 from here, 100x squared divided by 100 is x squared, and negative 400 divided by 100 is negative 4. That's what I need to put in order to have these matching factors. Even if you were not super confident, you can, say, okay, A is negative 400, B is negative 25, C is negative 425, 400, and substitute those in for K. So, for example, if I had 100x squared and I want to try negative 25 and see if that's the correct answer, if you factor that, you get 25 times 4x minus 1. That's not, 100x squared divided by 25, you get 4x squared minus 1. These are not equivalent. So that doesn't work. Even if you tried the 100x squared plus 400, and you factor out 100, you get x squared plus 4. It doesn't match up. So you could have kind of pointed out that it needs to be a negative 400 just from comparing those two expressions. But always, if you're feeling lost, you can always substitute the answer choices they're giving you to figure out what your best answer is.